Hello everyone, greetings from Kharkiv, Ukraine. My name is Svetlana Mucha and I'm the leading matchmaker and dating coach at Diolli.com. I have already filmed several videos how to be more dateable, how to make sure that people will choose you back on dates. I have provided lots of dating tips for first dates, second dates, third dates, first vacations with Ukrainian lady. And today I want to speak about things that will make you less attractive in the eyes of a Ukrainian woman. Working as a professional matchmaker for 13 years already, I have noticed one tendency that is actually obvious, that it is always so much more pleasant to work with someone who is nice, who is respectful, who is kind, and who is just a decent human being. And of course, you can tell me right now that I'm not opening in America to you, but I have noticed that usually such clients who are a blast to work with, they end up getting engaged and married because everyone wants to date someone who is polite, kind, someone who is down to earth, someone who is respectful. No one in the right mind wants to date someone entitled, someone rude, someone negative, someone who believes that he is the center of this universe. And also, I don't know any smart women who would want to date someone juvenile, someone who acts like a total brat, like a total child, and who throws tantrums like a 5-year-old, who keeps complaining and who thinks that the world owns it to them. I will open a secret to you. Usually when a client starts complaining that, for example, our manager is not returning his messages straight away and he has sent that message on Sunday at 2 a.m. and he starts saying something like, oh, you just have too many clients and you should take less clients and concentrate only on me, and this guy hasn't even traveled over to Ukraine, we already know that he will be a trouble. You know such people, they complain about everything and they blame everyone. Such people are never happy and they believe that the world owns it to them. They feel entitled and they are just naturally negative. We had several clients over the years like that. For example, one gentleman was complaining that business class is getting so much more expensive, but the quality of food there is not actually very good. And when he was flying to Istanbul to change the flight to Kharkiv, next to him was the family with a toddler, and the toddler was loud and he didn't get a chance to sleep well. So he said, Svetlana, next time make sure you know what you recommend to your clients. I don't think that you really love your clients since you have recommended me to change flights in Istanbul, and business class by Turkish Airlines was awful. Sasha, can we add a big slow facepalm here? Yes, there really is a direct flight from Istanbul to Kharkiv, and usually they fly like twice per day, and I like this connection. It is easy to fly from Istanbul to Kharkiv. Well, I can't be responsible for the quality of food in business class, and also I'm not the one choosing your neighbors that you will have there. I can't control it if there will be toddlers or no toddlers. So no, I can do absolutely nothing with it. Or another example, a gentleman has complained that a pillow in his hotel is not comfortable and he couldn't sleep well, and now his neck feels weird, and he has started complaining that how come Katerina has emailed him the list of the hotels in the downtown and she has recommended him a hotel with poor quality of pillows. Does she hate her clients? Guys, we don't work with the hotels in a sense that it doesn't matter to me which hotel you will choose. And usually when gentlemen ask us to recommend them a hotel in the downtown, because we recommend to stay in the hotel in the downtown so that you won't waste much time getting to the city center to get on dates and then getting back to the hotel after the date. So downtown is it, because usually all first dates are somewhere in the downtown. So usually we send the list with the hotels, like the 5-star hotels, the 4-star hotels, the 3-star hotels, so that a client can choose what is on his budget and what works well for him. To me, I will be equally happy which hotel the gentleman will choose. There are just 2 hotels with really poor parking situation, and usually we warn the clients who choose those hotels that you have to be very punctual if you choose these places, because our driver will not be able to find a parking spot and wait for you there like for 10 minutes. So if we tell you that you have to be right in front of your hotel at 5, it means that the driver will be slowly passing by, will stop for a few minutes to pick you up, and then he will take you to dates. In the rest of cases, it's not my responsibility to choose the pillow. It's not my responsibility to make sure that at 1 a.m. in the hotel there is an English-speaking manager. I don't work with the hotels. I don't own a hotel. I don't manage a hotel. So if you're a frequent traveler, you can read TripAdvisor, you can read some Google reviews, you can choose what works best for you. From our side, we can tell that, okay, this hotel has a very poor location and it will take you like 40 minutes to get to the downtown for dates. And if you have 2 dates per day, pretty much you will lose like a few hours. So choose something that is well located. Over the years, we had people complaining about weather in Ukraine. We had people complaining about coffee in Istanbul, that coffee in the airport was really poor and he is not satisfied. And sometimes gentlemen complain that the line at the custom was way too long and we should have taken care of that. Guys, we don't manage customs. There is zero we can do. Well, we can just tell that we are sorry about this experience, but sometimes things like that happen. I remember I was flying to United States, and in Miami, I don't know why they had just 2 these windows at passport control open, and there were 2 huge airplanes, one from Turkey, I think, and another was from Istanbul, and huge lines, and I had to wait like 2 hours and a half like to get through that passport control, and of course 2 hours and a half after the whole day of traveling. It's not the most pleasant experience. Guys, we are not a travel agency and we don't book hotels, we don't book tickets. Of course, if the gentleman is asking us to help him read something at the website of the hotel, we can assist, but it is his responsibility to choose where he is staying. We are responsible for settling the dates, we are responsible for taking feedback from you and from your date after the date, but we can't take responsibility for the fact that you have presented her roses and 4 days after they have unfortunately died. We don't know how she took care of those roses, whether she has put them in the water, if the water was actually clean, whether she has cut the flowers additionally, perhaps she has put them on the sun, and this is the reason why they didn't last longer than 4 days. But again, it is not our responsibility. We schedule dates. This is our zone of expertise, and this is the part we take full responsibility for. Also, from time to time, there is a client who starts calling women ugly, telling that she is not hot, she is ugly, she is horrible, oh, she is not my level. Really, Svetlana, you're saying that I will go out with that? And then he starts telling that, oh, women should choose me back because I'm such a nice guy. Usually when we hear the word ugly on a stage, when we start approving matches with a client, we feel trouble in the air. We understand that when he will travel over, he will be difficult. It doesn't mean that we will treat him differently, but I warn my managers and we try to be extra careful with him. And we already know that with this attitude, like calling women ugly or calling them, oh, she's not hot enough, she's like not my level, she's a 5. Well, we know that with this attitude, pretty much he will return back home empty-handed, and there is very little we can do about it. Judgmental, rude and shallow people, they usually have this energy about them, and other people feel it. Their dates will feel it, and nobody wants to date someone shallow, someone rude, someone who is not nice. It is not very pleasant to be around negative people. It is not very pleasant to listen to these complainers who complain all the time. Not so long ago, I had a funny situation. I was in the supermarket buying groceries. Actually, I was buying vegetables and fruits. And there was a lady, I think she was in her late 60s or early 70s, and she was talking to herself, complaining out loud that tomatoes are too big and they should be smaller. And it is not comfortable because you can't eat the whole tomato, you have to cut it and you can eat only a half. And she was complaining for like 10 minutes, and then she has turned to me and she said that, why aren't you complaining about tomatoes? And I was thinking like, why I'm not complaining about tomatoes? On that very day, our client, our male client, has sent a message to our manager at night, at midnight, that chairs in his hotel are not comfortable and what our manager is thinking to do about it. This same man was telling me that he is so useful, he is so optimistic, he has such a great personality, and ladies, much younger ladies, like 15 years younger, have to choose him back for this useful energy. Like, really? Chairs in your hotel are not comfortable and you're complaining to the manager of a matchmaking agency? When men start telling that, oh, this woman is just a 6 or a 7 and I want a 10 or an 11 and she should dye her hair blonde, then maybe she will be like an 8. She should lose or gain a few kilos and then she will be more hotter. Or she should apply more makeup, less makeup. Usually when I hear such word phrasing from men, I understand that he won't succeed. Even if the man is not telling this same phrasing to the date when they are face to face, because let's be honest, he's a coward and he doesn't want to openly share his mind, he doesn't want to look like this bad guy, so he saves his search for the matchmaking team. Usually such guys do not succeed because even though they do not share their negativity up front, out loud on their dates, ladies still feel it. I don't know how they do it. And usually after the dates they give the feedback that I don't even know, but something is wrong with this guy. I just feel this vibes from him and I don't want to go out with him again. So usually when men start bad-mouthing other women they are out on dates with, they feel it. I don't know, call it intuition, we call it a dating karma, but if you are bad-mouthing your date out loud, trust me, your next date whom you will find attractive or hot enough, she will turn you down. So guys, if you are rude and disrespectful to your dates or the team of cupids, dating karma will find you. Or sometimes there is another scenario that prevents gentlemen from finding the one. Gentlemen demand too much attention. They believe that just because he has hired a matchmaker, now he can call us like on Sunday early in the morning or on Saturday night or on Friday night, and he demands a consultation straight away. The consultation is usually not even dating related, so he can start telling you that, oh, I have read this book and you have to read it too, or I have watched this video and you should watch it too. Such men think that just because he has hired us, he has paid us, so now we're like slaves on a short leash and he can text us, call us whenever he feels like talking. I understand that because of the lockdowns, many people are stuck at home and many people work remotely and many people are bored and they feel lonely, and if they live alone, and our clients singles, usually they live alone, it is hard to be alone for like 2 years and you feel like talking to other people. But come on, like make some friends, sign up for a gym, take a French class, take a Russian class. Don't put your whole frustration on strangers. There are such people like attention seekers, or we call them vampires because they totally vampire all your energy. They can tell you that, oh, I have a 50 minutes break in between the dates, you should schedule me an entertainment, because I, a 32 years old adult man, don't know what to do for these 50 minutes. I don't want to just sit in the hotel. You have to entertain me. Oh, I remember this guy who has called us late at night and told us that we have to call the hotel and demand another pillow, because in the hotel they look at him funny since he has changed 3 pillows already and he is never happy. And even though such people usually try very hard not to show their true colors right on the first or on the second date, people feel it. They feel this energy about them that they are never happy. And we all want to date someone happy. We all want to date someone nice and drama-free. So how to succeed in dating in Ukraine or in any other country? Treat other people the way you want to be treated. Don't forget about dating karma. If you keep complaining, if you keep being negative, if you keep bad-mouthing other people, and if you are this shallow human being who is judging women based on her bra size, or based on her eye color, or for example, you're saying that women that are 15 years younger than you are old, well, you have a problem. Guys, don't start complaining to strangers. It is always a good idea to hire a psychologist. I have watched a situation when a lady was fighting with a fitness instructor and then later with the administrator of a gym because she was talking very loud on phone, and later on she was taking this video conference in the middle of a yoga class. Like, really? There are like 15 other people trying to relax and enjoy their yoga class, which they have paid for. And this lady feels like talking on video right during the yoga class. So don't be that person. The funny thing is that woman has written lots of nasty reviews for this gym. And she was so unhappy. She has written that the yoga instructor was rude and they have asked her to leave the class despite the fact that she has paid for the whole year and she has bought a VIP membership. Come on, there were other people there and they have witnessed your attitude. They have witnessed how rude you were and disrespectful to the whole group. So guys, please stop thinking that the world owns it to you. Get over yourself. The fact that during your flight they didn't have good coffee, or you had a nasty neighbor that was snoring, or it was a toddler who was crying, it is not the end of the world. There are so many people who are dreaming to have a chance to travel, to fly to Istanbul, to try that poor coffee in Istanbul, to get to Kharkiv and to sleep on that not very good pillow, to have a chance to explore the world. You have this chance, and instead of concentrating on positive things and instead of noticing what other people are actually doing for you, you choose to pay attention only on negative stuff. Poor coffee, not the best meal, bad weather, uncomfortable chairs. Like, really? Some people just don't appreciate good attitude, kindness, because they are never kind and they are never good to other people. Okay, his pillow was not comfortable, so now he feels it is okay to be rude to the girl on the reception, even though it is not her fault, she's not buying those pillows. Or now he feels rude also to the driver who is taking him to the date, and now he's saying that he can be rude and have this attitude toward his date and the manager at the matchmaking service. Really? Because you didn't like the pillow? Or his date, in his opinion, is less attractive than the previous girl who, for whatever reason, doesn't want to go out with him again. And now he's out with a new lady on a new date, and with all his attitude he tries to show that I'm too good for you and you're nothing, and the matchmaker should have think better than to introduce me to someone like you, because you're no one and I'm better than everybody else. Guys, if you start thinking that, oh, I'm better than any other clients this matchmaking service will ever had, get over yourself. They didn't have a rabbit in the restaurant on the Friday night? Well, it is not the right reason to start calling the matchmaking service who doesn't own this restaurant, and the only thing that we did that connects us to this restaurant, we have booked you a table there. Get over yourself. I get it, it is upsetting not to get rabbit when you want one, or when the pillow is not the same as the one you have at home. Travel with your pillow if it is so important to you. And I'm a coffee lover, so I'm always a bit upset when coffee is not nice somewhere, but it doesn't mean that I will be frustrated the whole meal, that I won't enjoy it, that I won't enjoy the new city just because in this exact place coffee is not very good. You want nice people to choose you back? Become a nice person yourself. Don't be this Karen who always is asking to talk to a manager, who asks for the refund, who promises to write complaints and nasty review just because she wants extra attention and just because she is naturally a very unhappy person. Dating karma exists. Be nice and respectful toward your dates and other people, and you will attract nice and respectful people into your life. And you will find the right partner, you will find true love. Keep being a nasty, insecure Karen who keeps complaining how unfair the world is and no one wants to understand how wonderful she is or how special, how out of the box, and you will keep attracting people with their own huge lists of issues who will throw all their drama and issues right on you. Stop telling other people how special, unique, out of the box you are and how unfair the world is. Get over yourself. If you have been looking for love for 5 or 10 years and you keep thinking that all your dates were not good enough for you, find a therapist, find a psychologist, and get over yourself. Perhaps you are single not because the world is not ready to acknowledge how special you are, but just because people don't want to date someone negative, someone rude, and someone entitled. Change your attitude, start smiling to the people around you and to the world, and stop acting like you are the Neo of the century and you are the one chosen, entitled. If you will start treating other people with respect, if you stop complaining, you will see that the world is a nice place and there are lots of kind and warm-hearted people who are ready to do nice things for you if you treat them with respect, with warmth and with kindness. Being rude and negative or being polite and kind is a choice. Choose wisely. I want to wish you love and only wonderful, nice dates with really warm-hearted, positive and kind people. Svetlana Mukha, especially for Diolli.com with love.